Hi friends, welcome to the fourth floss tube of the Elementary Stitcher. I'm Michelle and this is my daughter Annie. Today to be with us. So she is home from college. She came home, what would you say?
A week and a half ago.
A week and a half ago. In time for Mother's Day.
Yes.
So that was special. And it has been a couple weeks, maybe a little longer. So I hope you all have gotten a lot of stitching in and had some fun days. We have had some busy days. We've spring programs and
we had the kindergarten graduation, and then we had Caitlin came home.
Yes, we went and looked at wedding dresses with Caitlin, and she, what dress was it?
Well, don't say it.
No, but it was the fifth dress she tried on, and she chose that one. But we had a wonderful time, just a wonderful time. I wasn't quite sure what to expect. I thought maybe high pressure, but it wasn't. The ladies were very kind and let us browse and take our time, and it was wonderful. It was a wonderful experience, and we're very thankful and grateful that she found it and moving on to the next thing in wedding planning. So, and for her, I think it's deciding on shoes before she...
Do you have a mic?
No.
Do I get a mic?
No. Oh, goodness. Anyway, so Annie is here from college, and she is going to be a senior. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, do you want me to say it? Yeah. Senior elementary education major. So I'm going to teach all the kids.
And so next year you'll do, the first semester will be classes, right?
Yeah. So I have one semester of classes, and then that'll finish up all my classes, and then the next semester will be my teaching internship, where I go over to the college that I go to has a school attached to it. So I spend all my time over there teaching. So it will either be first, second, or third grade.
Yeah.
But I don't know which one yet.
Yeah. So she was thrilled to get the lower elementary. But when Annie was, goodness, when did we start our coffee talks?
We started having coffee talks when I was in, I want to say like 8th grade.
Yeah. So she was in junior high, and we lived just down the road from school, like a minute and a half walking. Yeah. So we would finish school at about 3:45. We would leave, and the two of us would walk home, and I would get home and jump in the shower, and Annie would start perking a pot of coffee, and then we'd come out and grab our coffee and sit on the couch for I don't know, an hour.
I'd say an hour and a half, and we would just talk. I started working in 10th grade, so they kind of took a brief hiatus, but they always started back up in the summer, and we would watch Gilmore Girls and drink our coffee.
And we just had it's just a great time to pause and look into each other's eyes and talk about the highs and the lows of the day. And even in college, we'll call up sometimes and we'll FaceTime and have our coffee talk. Anyway, so since we were here with our coffee mugs today talking about coffee talks, I thought I'd show you some previous finishes that have to do with coffee. So this first one is a Little House Needleworks pattern, and it is not fully finished because I haven't found a frame for it yet, but it is mostly finished. It's called Coffee Menu. Maybe you've seen this one before. Up at the top here. Here, cover your face, Annie, so it'll focus. There we go. It says coffee at the top, two little ladies, and it just always reminds me of a coffee talk. And then there's all the different coffee names there. But maybe you've stitched this one, but I finished it by, of course, sticky board. I wrapped the fabric here in sticky board, and then we used some jumbo rickrack in between the two layers, and then covered sticky board with this, with the actual stitching. So I still need to find a frame for it. The back's not great, but I keep it in the car actually, so that whenever I have a chance, I can run into Goodwill and find a frame, something to mount it on. And then the other one I have is a heartstring samplery one, Coffee Quaker. And I finished this a while ago. I finished stitching it a while ago, but only recently framed it. I just love this one. This was one of the very first ones I did when I got back into stitching, but I love it. Oh, I just love it. And this one we keep by our coffee machine. There's this little torn velvet ribbon bow. And as you can see, the frame was not quite big enough for the stitching. So I did a layer of fabric down below and then just put some lace in between those layers. But this is called Coffee Quaker by Heartstrings Samplery. There we go. So that's fun. And then we finished the back with just some paper. So that is, oh, I can put it back here and we can look, see? So they can see it maybe. We don't drop it. There we go. It's the first I drink the coffee, then I do the things. That's okay. Anyway, so those are two previous finishes. And then Annie has a finish that my mom made her when she was born.
A long time ago.
Very long time ago.
Oh. So, wait, what do I say about it?
Well, I don't know. Neither one of us actually know much about it because my mom stitched it. But you can see that she had it framed and, you know, she had it, the mat and all of that. But, yeah. So this she still has that. And it was framed from Pick-a-Frame.
Pick-a-Frame, custom framing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about that, but that's where it was framed. So there's that. And then another one she brought was one I made for her not too long ago. And she keeps this in her room. This is a heartstring samplery, Blessed Assurance. And I did it on a pink fabric, but I honestly cannot remember what fabric it was. And then we just put some fabric behind and some rickrack and then mounted it on sticky board. But this frame I found at Goodwill, and I haven't put paper on the back of that one yet, but that's it, Blessed Assurance. I just love this one. I love the colors, and I love the hem.
I love the colors too. It matches.
It really does. It look nice in your room. In your no, yeah. You want to talk about that? You can show that.
Okay, so when did I make this? Over Christmas break?
I think it was Christmas break.
I was sick and I stayed home from work. And so I made this. I was bored and I needed something to do. And so it's not a cross stitch, but this is her craft room that I made out of this.
Now get up there and show it.
Well, I can't see if
you know what?
I don't know how to do that.
Just hide your eyes.
How do you know if it's focusing?
Yeah, I can tell. It's
okay.
Focusing. So
I
tell what you
made
did
it out of paper. I just drew out all her little pieces. I cut them out and made
Yes, this is my craft room. This is my window and my curtain and my little chair. I have a dresser over there and some shelves. I knew right exactly what it was as soon as I came home and she showed it to me. So we just keep it in here. We love it. Sometimes you just have to craft. Isn't that right? Sometimes you just get the need to create something. And I love that. Anyway, so those are some previous finishes. And then I wanted to get into some whips today. I've been working on Let Love Reign for a while, and my oldest daughter, Caitlin, is getting married in November. So I chose this, and I've been working on it pretty regularly because we really want to get it done. But it is a Teresa Kogut pattern called Let Love Reign. And I have been working... Let me just show you the, let's see, the fabric. It's a long name for the fabric, so I always have to look. It's 40 count marbled hazelnut hand-dyed Verdal by XJU Designs. So, and it is a really pretty mottled fabric. Let's see if I can get it here. So where I was last time, if I remember right, was this top. I had stopped here on the layer where the houses are and the tulips. And then, so everything below that is new from the last time. So you have this moth right here and the berry bowl. Actually, as I'm talking about this, I think I did those berries. I think the moth and the berries were done, but the bowl was not, and the rest of it was not. The flowers and the birds and things. And then I pointed this out last time, but in case you didn't see it, I'm going to just talk about it again. I don't know what I was thinking when I was doing these houses, but they were supposed to be a completely different color. I think more like along the lines of a yellow, the yellow color in here, but I didn't realize it until they were both made. But you can see that the window casings are a light creamy white color over here and more of a yellowy tan over here. So rather than change the whole house color, I thought, let me just change the color of the casings and move on. So I've done it on this one, haven't yet gotten to it on this one. So this is Let Love Rain by Teresa Kogut. And it has been enjoyable. I'll show you the flosses. They're mostly DMC with just a couple overdyed. Onyx and Oscar by Weeks Dye. So here are some. And I need to get these wrapped, but I just have not gotten around to it just yet. Here, cover your face, Annie. Let's get it to focus here. I don't know, looks a little blurry. And I have it in this bag here. I think this is a Dot Dot Goose design bag. So that's
Dot Goose. That's so cute.
Dot,
Are you
Dot
sure
Goose,
it's not
right?
Dot Dot Goose?
No, Dot Dot Goose. Isn't that a cute name?
Yes.
Actually, she puts her tags on her bags, and I don't see one on here. Oh, yep, look. Dot Dot Goose design.
Such a cute name.
I know.
That's so clever.
And they're great bags. So that's the first one that I've been working on. And then if you happen to see my last floss tube, you know that I brought out all my old stockings that I had made. I made, oh goodness, 3 when my husband and I were first married. And my poor Annalisa does not have a stocking. So anyway, I'm going to remedy that. And I'm going to show you that in a minute. She has to have a stocking.
Yeah.
This is a Better Homes and Gardens Christmas stockings. And I found this on eBay. And this was the exact booklet that I had when I made, you know, the other ones. But I had gotten rid of it. But I found this one on eBay and it came. And I just want to show you some of them. They're just so pretty. There's just so much to see on them. They're so intricate. This one is called Holiday Workshop.
Like the kitchen one.
Yes, I know.
This one with the kitchen, it reminds me of like a 90s sitcom kitchen kind of
Yes,
thing. Yeah.
yes. I have not made this one. This one is called Northwoods Christmas Stocking. Yeah. Oh, they're so pretty. Let's see. This one. This is the one I'm making for Annie because she is our little musician. I mean, she can play the piano by ear. And what did you play in high school? You played...
I played the flute in high school, and I played the piano and the guitar.
And you taught yourself the guitar. My sister teaches music lessons, and so she would over Skype.
When I was in 5th grade, we FaceTimed, and we had piano lessons for about a year.
Yeah, and then a good friend of mine taught all 3 of our kids piano. And as a matter of fact, there's a funny story about my son. I just have to tell. So Titus, she taught piano at the school that my kids were in. And so she would go down and get them from their class. And Titus was, I think, in kindergarten. And you know, there were probably 100 other things he would rather be doing than taking piano lessons. But he took them. And so she would go down and get him and bring him back to her studio and give him what I think it was a 30-minute lesson, 25-minute lesson. And so he would get quite squirrely in there. And so he would play a little bit and they'd have their lesson. Well, he would get so excited. And so I guess he was just ready to be done, but he would, like, you know, go jumping down the piano bench, just scooting down the piano bench. And then he just fell right onto the floor. And she's like, you know, Titus, get up. We've got to finish our lesson. And he goes scooting down the other way. But he can play, but I don't think he really, you know, it's not his, it's not what he would choose to do.
He has other talents.
Yes, he does. He has other talents, and we'll say piano is probably not one of them. But Anna loves music. She sings so pretty, and she plays the piano and the guitar and all the things. So I thought, this one just works for her. It is called the Music Room Stocking. And there are so many fun instruments here. But in band, didn't you play the flute, Annie?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, did you say that already? I love the cello. I think that's my favorite instrument.
I wish I could have learned how to play the cello.
Yeah. But I started this one for her, and I'll show it to you. I guess I'll show it to you now. But this is kind of where I started. Boy, this focusing thing.
Oh, sorry.
No,
that's
that's
probably my fault.
just need to be still. I started here on the window. And let me just show you where I am. Excuse my hanging threads here.
Oh, that's so pretty.
This is very, you haven't seen this yet, have you?
I love the snow. Yeah, that's pretty.
I haven't put in any back stitching yet, so once I do, everything really will pop off of there. But here, hide your face. There you go. But so this is the window, and then up above here you can see the beginnings of instruments. But it's very fun. I will say it's very intense stitching because I don't know that it's confetti, but it's just a lot of color changes, a lot of quarter stitches. And quarter stitches on linen is not difficult at all, but on Aida, it can be challenging. And this is Aida. I'm doing this on 14 count Aida because all the other stockings that I've made were done on 14 count Aida. So yeah, so it's been a challenge to do those quarter stitches, and there are so many of them. It seems like every other stitch is a quarter stitch almost, but it's what makes it so beautiful in the end. But I do have a tip for making the quarter stitches on Aida just a little bit, I don't know that they're ever easy, but it's a little bit more manageable. So I will go ahead and insert that little tip that I found that it helps me. So I'm just passing it along to you, and maybe it'll make it a little bit easier for you as well. All right, so to do a quarter stitch on Aida, I am going to need to go into the center of this square right here. So I've got point A, B, C, and D. So I need to go from point A into the center. On Aida, I use a 24 needle, which is bigger and thicker. And sometimes because of the dull point, it is very difficult to get into the center of these squares to make a quarter stitch. So what I often do is I will often stitch with 2 needles on Aida. So I've got my 24 size needle to make regular stitches with, but then I'll take a size 28 needle, which is much thinner needle, and I will go into the center here of this square with my 28 needle, which is pointier and thinner, into the center, and I will kind of create a hole by going around and around in that center of the square. So I'm going to pull my needle out, and you will see a little bit of a hole there that I've created. Then I'll take my 24 count needle and I will be able to see and pierce right through the center of that square, making a quarter stitch. Okay, I'm going to do one more for you. So I'm going to come up here, and this time I'm going to make a quarter stitch in this square down here. Okay, I'm going to go from my point up here into the center of the square. So I'm going to take my 28 size needle and pierce the center of the square and kind of go around and around with it, creating another hole in the center of that square. Take my 24 count needle, and I can get right in there, right where I need to be for that quarter stitch. I hope that's helpful for you. But anyway, so I've got a good start on Annie's, and hopefully, I don't know this Christmas. I'm not making any promises.
I'm not very special to
you. You are, but I'm not making any promises. All right, so this is the one you were talking about.
Yes, I love this one. This reminds me of like my favorite show.
Yes. Okay, so here we go. This is called Holiday Kitchen. Oh, come on, hide your face, Ellen. And yeah, it's just got all the things in it. So there's that one. I'm just gonna keep going because there are just so many pretty ones in here. And you know what? I received a comment, and I just want to comment on the comments because I feel like that's how we get to know each other better, right? Is just interacting. So one person left a comment. Let me see who it was. Cheryl Hubbs left a comment about these stockings. She has come across several of them at thrift stores, and she bought them, and she just took the names out and put the names of her family members in. And I thought, what a great idea. If you find a stocking at a thrift store, just snatch it up and change the name. This one is Home for Christmas, which I think this one is very sweet too. Let's see. Yeah, another great one. I love that one because it has a fireplace in it.
It's cozy.
It's very cozy. And then this one, I think I showed you this one before. This is the one I did for Caitlin. This was her little sugar and spice stocking.
Sugar and spice and everything nice.
And then this is the one I'd like to do for myself someday. It's the Stitcher's Studio. So when I'm done with Annie's, this would probably be the last one that I would stitch in this collection. Like I said, they're enjoyable to stitch, but I'm just going to be honest with you. Quarter stitches on Ada are not my jam. I'm doing them because I want to finish, the set. But it's quarter stitches on Ada is some serious business. This is called Toys and Games. I probably should have made this one for Titus. This one's cute. Very, very cute. Maybe I will make another, and I'll make it for my first grandbaby. I don't know. Toys and Games. All right, I think we're coming to the end here. Oh, this is the one I made for him. Holiday Study. I guess that kind of goes. I think the reason I chose it. Do you remember the poem that was on his wall when he was little? So in his room, he had trains was kind of his theme, but it was a train's motivation. Let me think. A train's motivation is its engine. Hey, Dan. I don't know. My husband would remember it. It was a little poem that my husband's dad used to sing to him. Actually, he made up the song.
Engine, but
a train's motivation is its engine, and our motivation is
love.
Love. A train's motivation is its engine, and that's what I'm speaking of. Jesus died to save us, and
that's what I'm speaking of.
The train's motivation is its engine, and our motivation is love.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Grandpa used to sing it to Dad. And then we wrote that little poem
I had it too.
on his wall. But anyway, yeah, so that's the end of this book, and it has great instructions for finishing and all of that. But I found it on eBay, so I'm sure you could find it on the secondary market if you're interested in it. But I had several people comment saying that they had stitched these stockings, and one person, Gail Wilson 4259, said that she has stitched 5 of them.
Ooh.
And on 14 count antique white, and she fills them with gift cards and candy. So yeah, I was amazed. They were very popular back in the 90s. So, but I was amazed by how many of you have stitched them and stitched several of them. That amazes me. But anyway, so that's been fun. So that for sure has been, let me just show you this again, has been a whip. Oh. It's always, yeah, there we go. Yeah, so you can see there's still a lot to be done, even in just this little piece right here, just in the back stitching. And there are just so many colors because there's so many shades, highlights and shadowing, but that's what makes it so pretty, in the end. And I will tell you, there's so many colors for this, so many DMC. I'm just using DMC, and I've had to use a whole nother box. A whole nother box just to put them all in, and I don't even have them all in here. I've just been pulling a few at a time.
For the record, "nother" is not a word.
That's a pet peeve of yours, isn't it?
Yes.
What would I say instead of whole nother? I would say
another box.
Another
whole box.
Another whole box. Okay, well, there you go. Anyway, so those 2 things, Let Love Rain and that stocking, the music room stocking, I've been working on. And then I have a travel stitch that I've been working on at school. But before I show it to you, I want to show you the one I finished. And yes, it's finished stitching, but I haven't fully finished it yet. But it is adorable. You haven't seen this.
Oh, that's cute.
Look at that little bow.
Yeah, I love this.
A little charm.
Yes.
They call it a treasure, I think.
It's so cute.
Oh, it's just...
That's so cute. I love that.
I know. I'm going to back it, I think, with felt and put a little magnet on it. Although one, Mama Loves You GB, she has a Flosstube. And she lives in Wales. Yeah, she lives in Wales, has a really great accent. But she is a teacher. She's, I believe, well... if she were teaching here, it would be junior high, senior high. I'm not sure what they call it over in Wales, but she teaches science, and she has a little girl. But she's a stitcher, and I love her Flosstube, Mama Loves You GB, and she does a lot of these Mill Hill kits, and she has a really great tutorial on finishing the back of it. And I think she uses some kind of jewelry felt, and it's not really... well, it might be felt. Yeah, jewelry felt, like what a jewelry box is lined with. She gets it off of Amazon, I think, and it's not very expensive, and it's adhesive on one side, and I think that's what she finishes hers with. But she has a great tutorial, so if you're interested in that, go look her up, Mama Loves You GB on Flosstube. But anyway, here's my finish. Hide your face, Annie. There it is. Oh, hold on. Hide your face. Hide your, there it is. Okay. Look at the little bow here, you guys. So these little loops would not lay down for me. They kept sticking up. And hide your whole head. Oh, there you go. And so I had to tack them down, but I'm so glad I did, because isn't it just precious? You guys, just look. And then this little charm right here. When you look at this, you think, oh, the whole thing's beaded. No, it's not. It's a lot of stitching, but a lot of beading. And if you've never beaded anything before, it's so fun. It's so relaxing. I say go out and get yourself a Mill Hill kit and just have fun with it. And I'm going to finish this one off. I think I'm just going to put some felt on the back because I have some felt, and I've seen a tutorial for that too, but I don't remember where it was. But anyway, I'm going to finish it that way and just put a magnet on it. But that was a lot of fun. And it was quick. It didn't take long at all. So this next one I'm working on is in the same kind of series. It's the Autumn Harvest series, but it's called Peaches.
Peaches.
So here it is. Here it is. And I got them at the same time.
That one's very summery.
It is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Stick them both on there. I haven't gotten so far on this one, but... And so on these Mill Hill kits, if you've never done one before, you're supposed to do all the stitching first and then go back and do the beading. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I don't. But anyway, so I've been stitching on that one too, here and there where I can. Okay, I think that covers my whips. Honestly, you guys, I have not had time, have I? I have not had time to stitch.
No, we've been so busy.
I mean, I usually will stitch in the morning.
We actually were busy all day yesterday.
Yes.
From like 9:30 in the morning till 11:30 at night.
Yes. And
yeah,
like I'll usually get up earlier than I need to, just so I'll have some time to stitch in the morning. Maybe 20 minutes or so before we leave. And then at night, I'll usually stitch for a couple hours, usually. And no, let me tell you, we have had spring programs. Elementary and high school, we have had
graduation,
K-5 graduation, we have had book fair, it's Mother's Day. I hope you all had a wonderful Mother's Day. Did I already say that? Happy Mother's Day. A little bit late. I'm the luckiest girl because all of my kids are coming home in the month of May, not at the same time, but I'll see them all this month. Annie came home first. Caitlin came home. She spent the weekend with us. She came home. Goodness, when did she get home? Friday? Late Friday, like night. 2 o'clock Friday. Yeah. She and Caleb came. And then Saturday morning.
Technically, she got home Saturday.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
but she found her wedding dress.
Oh, so it was well worth it. She lives about 7 hours away from us. So it was a drive, but it was well worth it. But we got up early and had eggs and we just had some breakfast and then
we made French press coffee, which is a new thing for us.
Yeah, for Annie especially. She loves to do it.
Very fun.
How about this? Oh, our coffee. Anyway, so we had breakfast and then the girls and I went out to, it's called Something Blue. It's a little Christmas boutique. It's a little wedding dress boutique. And it's really nice. They had the first floor is all bridesmaids dresses. And
we didn't know it was 2 floors.
No, we did not.
Follow us upstairs and then 2 of us.
Yeah, we almost got lost, but we found our way. And so, but we went upstairs and it's been a long time since I've been in a bridal boutique. And it was just.
It was fun.
Lots.
I've never been before.
Yeah.
I was just.
I mean, we've watched, what's that name of that show?
Say Yes to the Dress.
Say Yes to the Dress. So I was like, oh, it's going to be high pressure.
Well, we thought we weren't going to be able to look because, like, they don't let you look on that show, which I think is so silly.
At least we don't, not that we see. We always see the brides come in and sit down and then they bring them the dresses. And so I'm like, well, and Caitlin thought she would order her dress online, but she wanted to go and just try on different styles to see what, what she liked. So we thought, well, I guess they'll just bring us dresses. But no, we walked up there and she's like, just look around. And we didn't even know we could touch them. And she's like, yeah, you can touch them. And so anyway, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. And we were the only people there. And then a little bit later, some more people came. But, and they had a whole sales section in the back of discontinued dresses. And, but
it was fun.
It was a lot of fun. I think we're going to go back because Anna's the maid of honor. So we're going to go back and try on some dresses.
What's the difference between maid of honor and matron of honor?
Matron is married. A married lady who's...
Okay.
So, but yeah, so she's the maid of honor. So we're going to go back and look for some maid of honor dresses, bridesmaids dresses there. So that'll be fun. We'll have to do that later
they
this
had
summer.
bridesmaids dresses. I didn't know bridal boutiques did that. I thought it was just the wedding dresses.
Yeah, I did because my sister, when she was married years ago, I was her matron of honor. And she just told everybody to get, a particular dress at David's Bridal. So I knew that they did. but Caitlin's not doing that.
She's letting us pick.
Yeah, she just gave him a color palette and said, go pick a dress. So that's fun. That's a lot of fun. So we've been busy with that. So we went out and did that, and then we got done. We weren't expecting to find it in the first place.
We were ready to go to Tampa tomorrow.
So then we were going to go, so we were going to come home and have lunch, and then we were going to go up to David's Bridal and look there, but we didn't have to. So we went to Hobby Lobby instead and looked at flowers. That was fun.
Yep. She picked out her whole bouquet.
She sure did. She sure did. She just went
really
around.
Pretty too.
It is really pretty.
It's really pretty.
Yes.
It doesn't look. The fake flowers there are so impressive. They look and feel very real.
The long ones she got, whatever those are, I could not believe.
Yeah, they felt so real.
How they felt. Yeah. Yeah, it was really something. So she got that, and then we went up to Lakeland where Caleb.
But we went to lunch.
Oh yes, we went to Kava. I've never been to Kava before.
So there's a Kava up where I go to school, and I love. It's very expensive, but I go there a couple times with my friends, so I introduce them to it.
You usually get
I usually get like your basic bowl with sweet potatoes in it, and then I get like a pita to go with it, and that's really good. But this time we did it a little differently. We're trying to be.
What even
healthy.
did we get? I wasn't there. I was trying to get a table.
It
was crowded.
It was really crowded. We got just like the super greens or whatever, just lots of different greens, and then we didn't do any rice or anything like that. But we had, I think there were 2 different meats on there. It was grilled chicken and steak, and there was some tzatziki, and then like this feta with like a special seasoning in it, and some other things too.
Yeah,
it was good.
It was really good. It was really good. I think we're gonna go back. I mean, in the bowl, the big bowl that we got was big enough. You could share that, with somebody.
But we were hungry.
Yeah, we ate it all. And then we drove up to Lakeland, which is a very pretty drive from here. And we went and looked at the church where the Caleb and Caitlin will be getting married, and where they want to have their reception and all of that. We met Caleb. Well, we'd met his parents before, but we met them there, and we're able to walk around and talk through different things. So it was so nice to, get a feel for the place. And then
it's pretty. We
went out for dinner with Caleb's parents. And then we went over to their house and played the best game. What was the name of that game? It was called
Chameleon.
Yes.
And we should not be on the same team for games, is all I'm saying.
It was so fun. You really find out a lot about people.
So you kind of have to, everybody has a word except for one person, and they have to fake like they know what the word is. And she's not good at it.
I'm not good at lying. And then his mom, she got it once, and she just busted out laughing.
Giggling so much. It was obvious. It's so funny.
It was fun. I've got to get it though. It's just a great. It's a fun. What do you call it?
Game.
It's a fun game. Oh, icebreaker. It is a fun game, but it is a fun icebreaker too. So we love that. And so then by the time we left there, it was 10. And then it takes
and there were frogs in the parking lot, and she freaked out.
You guys, okay, so let me tell you why I dislike frogs so incredibly much. So I was born in Miami and grew up in Fort Lauderdale, right near Fort Lauderdale area. And there were certain times of the year where your yard looked like it was moving because there were so many frogs and toads in it. So, growing up in Florida, you are a barefoot girl. You don't ever wear shoes unless you absolutely have to, and then they're flip-flops, So I was always outside barefoot. And for some reason, I don't know if the sprinkler was on or the hose, I don't know, but it was kind of getting dusky, the sun was setting, and my dad told me to go turn the hose off. So I did, barefoot. Got to the spigot, turned it off, and I realized the ground was moving around me. So I turned around, and I didn't have a choice. You have to get back to the front door, the back door. You got to get back there. So I just ran, and as I was running, I was stepping on all the frogs and toads, and it's the worst. I can do bugs or lizards or even spiders. They don't mess with me, but frogs and toads, no. I think the reason is that you never know what direction they're going to go when they move. And so we were leaving the house last night, and I was walking down the driveway, you know, and she was behind me.
I was trying to get her behind me without like freaking her out.
Because she saw the frogs.
I saw 2 of them hopping. I thought surely there are more, and so I said, "Oh, Mom!" And I tried to like pull her behind me, and she went just like that.
Well, I couldn't go anywhere because it was either the yard or a car. So I was trying to like.
She was like backed up against the car. I was like, "You can't go that way."
I was trying to morph into the car. And so then one of the frogs was jumping to the front and the other one off the way. So we just went into the road, and I got into the car and was climbing over the seats to get into the passenger seat. But once we got into the car, I have another story. I should tell them about the frogs. Okay, so then we got home about 11 and went right to bed. But anyway, let me tell you another story.
So that's the end of that.
About frogs. So my husband and I were traveling, and we had the big church van because we were going up with a lot of people. Anyway, brand new van, never been driven before. We're driving down the highway 80 miles per hour, and I was sitting there in the passenger seat, and I felt something on my head, and I was like, I thought maybe it was the air conditioning or something. Anyway, and then this frog with the longest legs jumps onto my arm, from my head to my arm, in a van going down the highway at 80 miles per hour. And I can't even scream. Like, I'm just looking at it, and I hold my arm out to show my husband, thinking he'll fix it. He didn't see it. He's just driving. And finally, I just let out this blood-curdling scream. Like, who expects to have a frog jump on you in a van at 80 miles per hour on the highway? And I just let out this blood-curdling scream. And of course, he's like thinking somebody's about to ram us. And he's like, what is going on? Trying to keep the van in the lane. And he sees the frog. He's like, put your arm out the window. So I couldn't even remember how to open the window at that point. So he opened the window, and I held my arm out, and the wind took it. Listen, I wanted to get out of that van and go have it fumigated or something. I don't know how a frog got in that van. Anyway, we stopped a little while later down the road. We stopped at a restaurant. We were in the drive-thru, and would you believe, another frog jumped out from the front of the van where I was sitting, and he's like, open the door. So I held the door open, and it got out. No. What is with the frogs? I don't know, but it's terrible. And so then the whole rest of the trip, I'm having like these moments thinking frogs are going to jump out at me. Anyway,
you should cross stitch a frog.
No, absolutely. Listen, I think what happened, we had the door open the van door open when we were loading up in the morning. And I think they jumped in because the sprinklers came on. And when the sprinklers come on, the frogs start going.
Well, I was going to say, I feel like I see them the most early in the morning, and then once it's dark.
Yeah.
I don't really see them during the day.
And we do have a pond behind our house. And of course that attracts them. But crazy. I'm telling you. I don't care for frogs. Absolutely not.
My thing is roaches. I can handle frogs. Like, I don't freak out, but roaches I won't. Mm-hmm. I don't handle
And we have palmetto bugs that look a lot like roaches.
Well, they are
but
roaches.
They're bigger.
They fly. They fly. Yeah.
They're bigger.
And they're huge.
Mm-hmm. They are big. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know really how we got off on that, but we talked about our whips. And I did want to say, so I gave Caitlin her cross stitch that she finished while she was here, and she loved it. She took it back with her. But one of my subscribers asked about the details. Evening Star Stitches asked about the designer, and Caitlin got the pattern off of Etsy. The name of the shop is Sprouting. I think it's pronounced lupine. Is that how you would pronounce that, or lupin?
I don't know.
Sprouting. I think it's Sprouting lupine, and the pattern itself is called Sleeping Beauty. But yes, that's where she got it from. But she loved it, so I'm excited to see it in her home, and I'm sure she'll have a special place for it. anyway, so let me see. I have some notes here just so I can see how far along are we? 42 minutes. Okay, so let's talk. And I do have the giveaway. So stay tuned because I'm going to tell you who won that wonderful pattern, Bunny Hop by Little House Needleworks. But before we do that, I want to talk real quick about the plans that I have. So I'm going to continue to stitch on Let Love Rain because I really do need to get that done before November. And the stocking for Annie, and the travel stitch when I'm out doing that. But I am starting a Sal. No. Let me backtrack. I'm not starting it. I'm going to jump in. I'm joining in. I've never done anything like that before. I've not done a Sal, a stitch along. I haven't done a start along, none of that. So I thought, let me do that. So I went ahead and purchased the fabric and the pattern, and I still am in the process of getting the floss together, but it's just been crazy. So maybe by the next time I come on, I'll have that done. But this is the ABC School Sampler Sal Back to Homeroom is what it's called. And many of you are doing it, so I'm sure you're familiar with it. But let me just show it to you. It's a Plum Street sampler pattern called the Pledge of Allegiance. And I love this because we say the Pledge of Allegiance every day in school. Kind of loud. So I found out about the Sal on Sully Stitch's Flosstube. So let me just show you the pattern first. And if you're not doing it, this would be such a fun thing to do for the 250th. It's the whole Pledge of Allegiance, but really, really pretty. And I just want to tell you, I did not get, let's see, it calls for, why can I not see the fabric? The model was stitched on 36 count eucalyptus. So I wanted to do 40 count, but I couldn't find the eucalyptus. I think they were out of at the place I was trying to order from. So I got Fox and Rabbit. Fiber. Isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
It's fiber on a whim. It's Silver Fox. It's so pretty. I was almost happy they were out of the eucalyptus because I think I like this better. Do you see?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. She's just like, yeah, it looks like a piece of fabric to me.
No, I like it.
Can you see the modeling in? Yeah, this is just such a pretty piece of fabric. And I'm hoping that the white will show up on it really well. To me, sometimes it's tricky to get the white to show up, but yeah, I'm excited to start that. So that I'm going to add that to my plans for this coming week or 2 weeks. And I just wanted to tell you too. So it's the Sal, the ABC School Sampler Sal Back to Homeroom. And Sully Stitches said to tag Stitching Gem Market Mania and Christy Keith Stitch Spender on Instagram. Christy is part of the Floss Boss and Cousins, and then Sully Stitches. So there are 3 people there to tag Stitching Gem Market Mania, Christy Keith Stitch Spender on Instagram, and Sully Stitches. But I'm really looking forward to starting that. So I'll let you know how it goes. And then, so those are my plans. And then my haul, it was Mother's Day, right? So we do have a little bit of haul. So my husband went to, what's the name of the needle shop? Silk Road Needleworks is the closest needle shop I have. And he went in there and just started picking out floss. And the owner, Eddie, was like, wait, is she working on a particular pattern? And my husband's like, no, I'm just getting some floss that I like. So he picked out some floss for me. It just made me smile so big. I love it. So here, I'm going to have you stand up and show these. Just say the name of it and show the name of it's right here. So this is the maker, Classic Colorworks, and then that's the name of it. And you can show it to them. I don't know if you want to put it behind something. Let's see. Maybe that.
Okay.
What is that one called?
Classic Colorworks Garden Trellis.
Yeah, that one's very faintly mottled. But... And then he got, this one is cinnamon toast.
I don't.
If you hold it, oh, it's my face. If you hold it still, it should focus. And then show this one.
It didn't focus, but.
That's cinnamon toast.
Okay, this is cinnamon toast. And then this one is... Oh,
yes, he got two of those.
This one is Stepping Stone. This one is Embers. Ooh, that one's bright.
Yeah, yeah. It's just so interesting to see what he, what called to him.
And then Storm Lake Sunrise.
That one's pretty, I think that one's modeled quite a bit.
What is this one? Wait. Sticks and Twigs. Sticks and Twigs. And then Stormy Night. Oh, that's pretty.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I like that one. This one is called Camouflage. And then this one is called Tabby. I don't know what tabby means.
Like a tabby cat, maybe?
Called. Sure.
Tabby cat.
I don't know. And then Bandana. That's really pretty. I like that one. Queen Bee.
And then these are by the Weeks Dye Works. And they're the same. Mm-hmm.
Weeks Dye Works. So they are, what is fire?
Yeah.
And there you have it.
Anyway, so he went and picked those out all by himself. And then he also got me some, the Ada to do that stocking on. And it's so funny because he had gone out early in the day and then came back home. And I was like, I need to run out to Hobby Lobby and pick up some Ada. And he said, well, what are you getting exactly? And I told him, and he's like, well, I have an early Mother's Day gift for you, because he knew I wanted to do that stocking. And then this pattern, this is,
oh, that's pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah. I
want to make a pillow out of it too. It's October House Fiber Arts. It's Strawberry Fair. So, oh, you know what? I should take it out of the bag. The glare is just a little much.
The glare is a little much.
There we go. Strawberry Fair. It's just sweet. I've seen this all over, different people doing it. Anyways, yeah, so that was that for Mother's Day. And then we were in, when Caitlin and Caleb were in Hobby Lobby looking at flowers for her bouquet, I went and looked at the ribbon because the florals were on sale 40% off, and so was the ribbon. And I've talked about this ribbon before on here. It's that velvet, like torn velvet ribbon. I just love it. And it comes thicker. Like this, what I got was 1.5 inch wide, but they have it thinner as well. But I've never seen these colors before. And the first one here is Arona. I don't know that color. It's a light blue. And then this other one, though, is called Mushroom. So just look at how pretty those colors are. I thought I'll be able to for sure use those on some finishes. So I picked those up, and then I needed some more DMC, go figure, for that stocking, that music room stocking for that bratty girl that I'm doing. And then would you believe, school is not out. We have another week. And what does Hobby Lobby have?
They already have back to school stuff out.
Already. I wasn't sure whether to be happy or sad about that, but I did find some border. This has nothing to do with stitching, but isn't it just fun to look at people's bargains? So one side is pencils and the other crayons. So I know there are a lot of teachers on Flosstube, so if you're interested, run to Hobby Lobby.
I always love Hobby Lobby's border. I've had to make 2 bulletin boards so far, and I've gone every time to Hobby Lobby. So.
Yep. And you know where else you can get border is the Dollar Tree has borders. And then I found this banner. It's a banner of, you know, pencils and paint, crayons, other things.
Very cute.
Yeah, I thought, well, may as well get it. It's there on a good deal. So I went ahead and did. All right, so next up, I know you've been waiting with bated breath to see if you are the winner of Bunny Hop. I think that's next. Where's my list? I lost my list and all of, oh, there we go. Okay, we talked about all of that. We did plans. Okay. So we're going to do our drawing, our giveaway. I had many of you. So you were supposed to comment bunny, and many of you did. Coffee.
Listen, mine's gone, so.
Anyway, we commented bunny, and here it is. It's a Little House Needleworks.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm going to show you. So I stitched this, and I want to just show you the finished product. This is a stitch. You could keep it out all year long. You know, you could, and you could, let's just see real quick without showing the pattern. I just wanted to give you the deets. So this is done. It calls for lamb's wool, 28 count lamb's wool. Of course, do it on whatever you want to, but that's what it calls for. And it calls for DMC, like 4 colors DMC, and then 4 colors weeks. And of course, you don't have to use the weeks, but I'm going to show you the finished product. So mine I pull out usually in the springtime, but like I said, you do you, boo. If you want to keep it out all year, keep it out all year. I'm not going to yuck your yum. I know all the lingo from all the kids.
Oh, my soul.
Anyway, here we go. This is a fully finished object.
An FFO.
An FFO. Yep.
I know what that means.
You know the lingo. Let me hold it back some so you can get the full. So I'm not really sure where I found this frame, but I found it somewhere. And then I think I painted it and sanded it down a little bit. And I covered a piece of sticky board with the fabric and covered another piece with a stitch piece, and then I put some lace on the bottom. And then look at this, you guys. Isn't this just so sweet? These little carrots were part of like a banner or something that I found somewhere, I'm sure on sale. And then I just added some little ribbon. And this ribbon was easy to manipulate because it has wires in it. But isn't it sweet? So if you are the lucky winner of the drawing, get ready for some fun. You get to make this. All right. Do you want to announce it?
Yes. Where is it?
It's number 34. And that's... Okay.
Drum roll. Okay, the winner is CS Royal 1.
And you were the 34th commenter.
Hey, I picked your number.
Yeah, she did. We're like, pick a number between 1 and I don't remember what. But
your number, me, sister.
Number 34, CS Royal 1. You are the winner of this lovely
Wait, we
pattern.
forgot what you're winning.
No, you're winning Bunny Hop, but I don't know where I put it right now, but I'll find it and I will mail it to you. You just have to send me a email. What's my email?
Well,
oh, okay. So reach out to me through email. It's the Elementary Stitcher at gmail.com. The Elementary Stitcher at gmail.com. And we can, talk more there about all the fun things. So she said, this was her comment. Thanks for sharing all these great projects. Probably the biggest refrigerator magnet I've ever seen, Bunny. Anyway, it's so fun to read your comments. It's just, some of you are so creative and some of you have given me tips and I appreciate that. And so keep them coming. Comment and subscribe and like and all the things.
Comments,
yeah.
what was I going to start something?
Yes.
Okay.
Tell them.
Well, I don't know.
She needs your help.
I'm not really a stitcher.
We're going to change that though.
And I think that I would like to try. So, I don't know what's fun to stitch.
Yeah, so if you... Yeah. Go ahead. Tell them.
So if you know... I don't even know how it works. If they're like designers or...
Yes, you do. So if you... Listen, she wants to stitch something not too big because she is working. It is summer, but she's working full-time plus. So it can't be too involved, but something doable. She would like to finish it by the end of summer. So do you want to stitch?
I'll keep you updated on my progress.
Yes. Do you want to stitch on linen or Aida? So Ada's like this.
Okay, linen, I think. Is
linen.
That softer?
It
like
is.
More,
yeah, it is. Definitely. Okay. You can do it.
That.
Yeah. You'd be able to do it just fine.
Okay. And I like colorful things. So if you know of anything, leave your comment and let me know.
Yeah. Yeah. So she would love to see your comments about what to stitch, and then we'll have to decide and let you know what she chose. And what linen, what floss, all the things. We're going to bring you over to the dark side.
With stitching. Well, I did embroidery for a little bit when I was in high school. And I really liked it. I just didn't have... I mean, I guess I could have had time if I made time for it. But I don't think I had the patience for it then. And we're going to find out if I do now. So.
You do, because you know what? Yeah. Because everybody needs a way to unwind at the end of the day, don't we? We just need... And you don't, if you've been busy all day, you don't want to have to be super active at night, unwinding. So I just think it's nice that even if you're just sitting and watching TV for 30 minutes, to have something to pick up and stitch. But anyway, it'll be interesting to see what people say.
Yes, it will. I'm excited.
And to look up. Listen,
you better give me good recommendations. Yes. Don't be sending me nothing ugly.
No, but a lot of you have posted what you're working on. And I love that. I've looked up several of them. So, because that's just what I imagine. That's what I do when I watch Flosstube. I'm stitching. So I just imagine that you're sitting there with your lovely coffee, stitching, or your drink of choice, and just stitching and listening. That's what I do. So I have another giveaway. Fun, right? This is my second one. So this is a heartstrings samplery stitch. And I showed you at the beginning. Where is that? Oh, it's back here. I showed you this at the beginning. It's the Coffee Quaker. Let me just show you again so we can all enjoy some eye candy. First, I drink the coffee.
Then I do the things.
And there's that lovely ribbon I just can't seem to get enough of there. But I found this frame at Goodwill. Actually, look at the... Oops. Oh, yeah. Look at the... I don't know if you can see the detail there, but it's so pretty. And you want to know what? It's just a plastic frame. It's not even wood, but you can't tell by looking at it, I don't think. But anyway, that is the stitch, and I want to give you the pattern. So it was fun to do. Beth Twist, heartstring samplery, makes wonderful, very easy to follow patterns. So there it is. So if you are interested in this stitch, leave a comment with the word coffee in your comment, and you will be included in our giveaway. And of course, the 18 years old or older, and don't say the word giveaway and all the things. Just leave a comment with the word coffee and we'll include you. So we did it.
That was fun.
It was. Anything else you want to add? What time is it? I don't even know.
Well, it's been an hour and 2 minutes.
Yeah. So we've got to get ready for tomorrow, and I've got to do a little stitching before the end of the day. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this time with us. I always look forward to it, and I hope you're able to get a lot of stitching done. And I will see you next time. So happy stitching. So